What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of What the Heck Hoops. I'm Hector Maza.
It's your boy Malk in the cut. What it do, baby?
How you guys doing today, man? How you living today, Malk?
I'm living good, man. But before we get started, man, y'all please remember to tune in on the socials. And most importantly, like and please subscribe. That will help out a lot. And then most importantly, this is most important. This comment right here is y'all. Thank y'all so much for continuing to comment and show love, man. We do appreciate it. We try to get back to everybody every time we can, especially when you call us out on things. So thank you again.
All right, let's get started. The time is here. Playoffs is right around the corner. Right now, today, currently, we have the first two playing games, and then tomorrow we have the other playing games. Right now, unfortunately, the Hornets are getting their ass waxed right now, unfortunately. Let's talk about that real quick. Me personally, this game is not going how I expected it. I expected it to be a very close game. They're currently losing by 24 points at halftime. I thought the Hornets could win this game. I thought LaMelo was going to play way better than he's currently playing. 5 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. It's not that great for your first time in the playoffs. But, I mean, do they have a chance to make – huh?
He's a young bull.
No, yeah. I don't know. I didn't think that the lights were going to be too big for him, because he's been a celebrity. So I thought, the moment wasn't going to be that big for him. But, I mean, hopefully they could come back and, make some noise, make it interesting a little bit. But, yeah, man, what are your thoughts on that?
In terms of this game, it's nothing of what I imagined, to be completely honest with you, bro. If anything, I thought the score would be the opposite. I had touched on the other day in the group chat that there's a player, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna find him now just so I can clarify for y'all. But a player literally told the coach to sit the F down, sit the fuck down after he hit a three.
I forgot who that was.
Then my fault. I read into it more on what said and stuff like that, and how that went down and whatnot. But basically, this man literally apparently the rumor is that the coach is really is already in the hot seat. Apparently they have some with the coach was just a little too aggressive sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe he starts calling dudes names and things like that. So, but yeah, that's what I heard. So I was like, no way, they're gonna come into a playoff first game and into a heated game like this in a playing game and then overcome. But I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, yeah, I thought the same thing. I really thought that, especially because Caris LeVert, he was ruled out because he's in the health protocols or whatever. I mean, 70 points at half, almost 70 points at half. That's wild. And for your leading scorer to be Doug McDermott with 20 points, I mean, you literally having everything go for you. And like you said, I mean, they had a lot of turmoil, a lot of drama, literally 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And they had been falling off a cliff. They had not been doing good for the last month or so. The Pacers. So yeah, I expected that. I mean, I did not expect this. I expected what you're saying. That, yeah, I thought the Hornets were going to take over. I thought, all the young bulls were just going to treat this like it was the biggest stage ever, and really come to show off. Because they have been playing good basketball all year. They're young, they're an energetic team. They all try to play. They all play hard on both sides of the court. Even if they're not that good, they still at all times putting a lot of will into the game. Yeah, effort. So for Indiana Pacers team, who's also not that good, for them to score 70 points at half, I don't know, maybe the Hornets didn't come ready to play. It was a little earlier of a game, started at 6:30. They're used to start at 7:30, 7 o'clock. So, but yeah, I mean, this game sucked so far. It's not a good game so far.
Nowhere else to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, now they're up by 30. So we'll see how this turns out. But let's move on to the Washington Wizards and the Celtics. I feel like that's a very, very, very intriguing matchup. And I want to know, what are your thoughts? Who you got? By how much? And yeah, just feed me your thoughts, man.
Call me crazy, but I actually have the Wizards. And it's just basically because it's odd. Oh, I mean, it's not really it's nothing crazy, honestly, because Jaylen Brown out. Boston Celtics have not been good at all this weekend, this year. So, and then like the tension with the coach and listening to guys or whatever. So I mean, and then on the flip side, the Wizards have been on a complete roll. Like Westbrook is playing wondrous basketball. Bradley Beal might come back, depending on how he feels, and even if he does come back, I think it'll just be even worse. But I think I do predict that they just chill on that. Let this game play itself out without Bradley Beal. But yeah, man, I think they're just on a roll more than the Celtics are. On top of the fact that Celtics aren't even that good this year without one of their top two best players that I think is arguably right there with Jason Tatum too. Yeah, so bucks for the dudes. I know you disagree with me. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I'm like, bro, I ain't even gonna get into that. But yes, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
No, I agree with you, man. I got the Wizards. I actually just saw a couple minutes ago that Bradley Beal doesn't have a minutes restriction tonight, so he should be good to go. Hopefully he doesn't retweak the hamstring or whatever. I genuinely feel like the Wizards are gonna win by over 10 or 15 points. Unless Jason Tatum goes for like 50 or 60 and keep them close. But I mean, that firepower between Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook it's way too much for, like you said, a bad Celtics team that has underachieved all year, that's been a bad defensive team. Like, the only solid defensive player they have is Marcus Smart. So that's going to be fun, to see who he's going to guard, how that matchup is going to go. But at the end of the day, you still got to worry about the other guy. So is he going to guard Westbrook? Then Bradley Beal will drop 40. If you guard Bradley Beal, then Russell Westbrook will have a 30-point triple-double with like 15 rebounds and 20 assists. Like, that's like, what would you rather have? I mean, honestly, it sucks though. It sucks that Jaylen Brown did get hurt, because it would have been such an amazing game to watch. But I need to apologize to Russell Westbrook and the Wizards. At the beginning of the year, everyone knows how high I was on them. I thought they could cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams in the first or second round. I thought they were going to be a solid playoff team. And then they kind of, went downhill like a ginormous boulder. Like, it was actually sad to see how bad they had gotten. And I said it on the pod. I said, yo, I'm out. I'm out on them. They got no chance to make the playoffs. I mean, I thought they were in the lottery a couple weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago. And then Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal just started clicking, man. And I mean, they've been on a tear, bro. They have been on a tear. And I know anybody who faces them in the playoffs is going to be scared, because that firepower between those two guys, it's unreal. So I am excited for the game, just to see how Russell goes out.
Yo, 1 second. I think you're cutting out. Talk.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Continue.
I'm just excited to see what show they put on, but I don't think it's going to be that close of a game, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
Unless, like I said, Jason Tatum drops like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch too. So.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I want to hop on the back of that that comment you had. Yeah, bro. I think I was just literally gonna say before we ended this conversation, like, yeah, kudos to freaking Rockets, man. I'm sorry, the Wizards, bro. Like, people were saying, bro, the blasphemous things I was saying about Westbrook, bro. Like, the blasphemy that was coming out of my mouth, bro. And then the adversity, like, yeah, you had a downhill, uphill, downhill, but what they went through, bro. They couldn't practice at one point. They was on, like, bro, Westbrook was out a good amount of time. Beal was out a good amount of time at times. One of the marquee players we thought was going to show out this season, Thomas Bryant, blew his knee out. I think an ACL tear. Correct me if I'm wrong. bro.
Nah, yeah, ACL.
What a season for these dudes, bro. Like, so, like I said, man, kudos to them, bro. And here they are in the play-in. And this gets on to my next point of like, yo, we need to keep this playing. F what LeBron said,
Yeah.
bro. This is crazy, bro. Like, it gives teams like this a chance back into the playoffs. Like, imagine if, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Dame was in here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how exciting that would be. And how, just because of how exciting it was back in the bubble, he got the chance to keep running for the playoffs. So, it's just exciting, bro. It gives other teams chances. I think it's a pretty interesting addition to the league. So, but yeah, man. Anything
No,
you want to
yeah.
say about the plan?
No, yeah, I agree. I think it's great. I think the whole idea has been amazing. Me personally, moving forward, I would keep it to like just a ninth seed, not necessarily like 9 and 10. I would do it to where like 8 and 9 battle out for it, not 7 through 10. I know it'll make it like because we have 2 days of playing, so it'll technically just like pretty much be one day or two. Because the way I would do it is like, so the 8 and 9 have to battle it out. The 8 would just have to win one. 9 would have to win back to back to get the 8th seed. So I would just do that way because like me personally, moving forward, I don't think it would be fair for like a 7th seed to possibly be kicked out the playoffs when like they're essentially locked in, like the 8th seed, you're still like borderline. Like, are you a playoff team? Are you not? But like last year, the 7th seed was the Mavericks. And they were clearly a solid playoff team. So it's like, for them to be, for example, last year, the 8th seed before the play-in was the Grizzlies. Were they a playoff team? Not really, because then boom, Portland came in there. But for it to be like 7 through 10 moving forward, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, but I am a big fan of the whole play-in idea. I think it's just added another level of anticipation for the playoffs, because for us basketball heads, playoff basketball.
What's up? No, I'm recording right now, Brody.
Yeah, for us basketball fans, playoff basketball is just
hold up.
Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, just adding the whole play-in for us basketball heads has just added another level of, intensity, another level of anticipation, I'm not gonna lie, like these last couple of days, I have been dying for today to come.
Yeah.
And even though it's technically not the playoffs, it feels like it.
The
so
energy.
I think it. Yeah. I think it was great. Honestly, a great addition to our league. And at the end of the day, the league got to get their money back somehow. So.
Yeah, I know. It's like, bro, this Warriors-Lakers game that we're about to get into right now, it's like, bro, people saying this is gonna be one of the most viewed games.
It is
like a finals game type thing, bro.
It is.
Like, so it's like interesting. It's pretty interesting. So
yeah. And it's like, what a coincidence that, like, real quick before we move on. Well, we'll technically be moving on with this. What a coincidence that in the first year that, the plan has been in place all year long, the first year we get a Lakers Warriors playing game, LeBron versus Steph Curry. Like, who would have thought that this would have been the playing matchup, So I love it. And we could just move into that game right now. I want to know your thoughts on that game.
I think it's gonna be a flat out duke out, man. I think, I think there's been a lot of complication in terms of, and I'll just start on ourselves in terms of the Lakers. I think there's been a huge complication with this AD center, Drummond center. Actually, we're gonna do AD center a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because they were super good with AD at the center last year. And then on top of that, like the game we're about to get into is a very small lineup. So it's gonna be interesting to see, how they maneuver that. And then LeBron back better, baby. Where the love at, love to see it. But the Warriors aren't bums like that. Like, these dudes they've made playoffs runs before. They have been the underdog, especially when it was just Draymond, Clay, and Steph as young bulls. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a duke out to the end, but I'm thinking Laker Nation, baby. Come on now, like I ain't that stupid. But like I said, it's gonna be a nice little duke out. And we were talking about this earlier. It's gonna be interesting to see what type of defense they throw at Curry, man. As you know, he's been going stupid. LeBron James said Curry should be the MVP. So we're gonna see how this goes, you know. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the battle. It's gonna give me a flashback to the past. And yeah, man, what a season. What a season. Trial and tribulation with the Lakers, and they're finally here, baby. Let's go.
So I honestly don't think it's gonna be that close of a game. I'm thinking at least, to be conservative, like at least 12. At least, like, I'll take the over on 12. Like, I really, because I mean, at the end of the day, first, the Lakers all year have been the number one defense in the league. Frank Vogel has always been a defensive genius. All his teams, when we go to Indiana, their main focus was defense. Even in Orlando, he tried to implement defense. And then last year, top 5 defense. This year, number 1 defense. So again, like you said, I am very interested to see what kind of schemes that they run for Steph. But I mean, if they want to keep it simple, just double, triple team him every single time he goes over half court, and then I mean, make Andrew Wiggins try to score 50 on you. Like that's literally the easiest way to beat these dudes. Like, because what you said about, you know, they have playoff experience and, you know, they've been the underdogs and stuff. This is a very different Warriors team from back in the day. You know, the supporting cast, they're just not that good. You know, am I like, they're not bum, but I mean, they're just average guys, you know. And I don't see how, especially the way, you know, the Lakers look like they were clicking the last game and then the game before that. I don't see how, in what possible way, they could keep it a game unless Steph Curry drops like 50 or 60. And I personally don't see that happening because, like, people don't want to accept, he comes up very small in the biggest moments consistently. And I really think that this is going to be one of those nights where he's just average, where he's below what we're expecting, given the level that he's been playing the last 2 months. And then real quick, LeBron is just foolish for even throwing it out there that Steph Curry's MVP. I mean, and I was one of the main ones before the season started vouching for him to go and get that MVP, you know? Because if he played at the level that he's been playing the last 2 months, all year, it wouldn't be an 8th seed. I'll tell you that. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way they would be the 8th seed if Steph Curry had played at such a high level all year. He picked it up in April, kept it going through May, and he's had a very great stretch. He's been playing probably the best basketball of his career in the last 2 months. But he didn't start that in December. So LeBron's tripping for that, honestly. Everyone knows he's a LeBron fan. I'm the biggest, you know, go LeBron, but when he's wrong, and he's just flat out wrong with this one. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not even gonna hate on your take for them blowing out, but I do believe it's gonna be a duke out, bro. I really do. But we will see tomorrow, bro. We will definitely see that tomorrow.
What you think is gonna be the point difference? Lakers win by how much?
5.
Wow.
5 to 10.
How much Steph dropping?
I'm going 26. 26. No, I gotta give you a full.
Bro, he dropped 26. They getting blown out by 30, bro.
Nah, not if Wiggins goes off.
Oh wow.
You know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for a good game. Okay, I'm really hopeful for a good game. Like,
I hope so too,
Mr. Pessimist over here, bro.
Nah, I'm just realistic. I know for us to get a good game, Steph is gonna have to drop 50, bro. Like, damn near 50, bro. Because literally every single time, bro, I don't remember, except like once or twice this year, when he goes for like 40 plus, bro, and they're blowing someone out. Like, except once where he had it like going into the fourth quarter. He didn't play the fourth, and he had like 45 or some shit. But like besides that, like every single game that he's dropped like crazy numbers, bro, they literally barely win. So it's like they're literally gonna need him to drop 50 to hold AD and LeBron because they clicking. Them Lakers is looking good, bro. I don't care what competition we just faced in the last couple of days. It is clicking, bro. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a blowout, though. To be honest.
Yeah,
To be honest.
I don't know, big dog. I don't think it's gonna be that easy, man. I think I think these young dudes are gonna play hard. With the combination of Draymond being that outlet for Curry, to take that pressure off offensively as well as defensively as well. I said as well, but yeah, and then and then the offensive power from Andrew Wiggins as well. So I think it's not going to be that easy. It's not. I don't think so. So
I hope you're right.
We'll see.
I honestly hope you're right because I want a good game. I want a great game. So I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. But yeah, let's move on to the last playing game. It's actually the one before the Warriors and Lakers.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. The Spurs in Memphis, bro. Who you got?
I'm going Spurs. I don't think straight up. I like the Spurs. They continue to play boring basketball. Pop has been here. This team also has been here. The whole team, pretty much. I love DeJounte Murray, his game. And I think, I'm sorry. Why I can't get this name out. DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why I can't get the top five name what's the top five? But yeah, top guy name out there. But DeMar DeRozan has had a pretty good year. He's elevated his game, in my opinion, from last season. I think this should be relatively easy, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Memphis Grizzlies are bums. Like, they are great defensively. They've also had a pretty solid year. Ja Morant as well. So I don't know. I just think a Spurs team, especially when the game is slowed down, you're focusing on offensive rebounds and straight up defense. I think Pop's team is just more equipped for a playoff game that has this level of importance without a series, So
yeah. All right. Yeah. I disagree, bro. I gotta go. I gotta go with the Grizzlies, man. I honestly believe that Ja Morant is gonna put on a show. Last year in the playing game, he wasn't in the play. He too, because they had to lose twice to the Blazers. He played very average basketball. So I think he seems like a type of guy and a type of player that he doesn't forget those bad moments that he had, like when he performs subpar. A lot of the times he comes and he bounces back, and I don't know, man. I see him taking over this game in every aspect. I really feel like he gonna control the pace. I feel like he's just gonna be that difference maker that just the Spurs don't have. I like DeJounte, I like DeMar, but they don't have someone whose spark and like drive can inspire the group. And I feel like Ja's drive and Ja's passion flows through the entire team. And once they get rolling, they're a tough out, bro. Like you said, they're a great defensive team. They're a great rebounding team. Valanciunas is a monster on the boards. And I just feel like they just have a lot of young talent. And the thing with that, like the Spurs are kind of young, but then they're kind of in the middle. And the thing with young talent is they go hard every single possession. And I think that's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. I feel like they've always been that gritty, that tough, team. Even, when Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol and Mike Conley were there, and like it's a new era, but they still have that heart. And I don't know, man. I like Memphis. I really do. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a close game, but I think John Moran pulls it out for the Grizzlies. I really do.
And honestly, that'll be great to see too. With the how young he is too, bro. How explosive that boy is off the floor when taking it to the rim, bro. And yes, Valanciunas too. You're right. I didn't even hone in on him too, bro. Little freaking rebound machine, bro. So yeah,
for
man.
Real.
Yeah, man.
And I really want that matchup way better because, like I said, I do think that the Warriors are going to lose to the Lakers, so they have to play the winner of this game. And I like the Grizzlies versus the Warriors way better than the Spurs versus the Warriors. Spurs versus Warriors just sounds like Grizzlies versus Warriors. That's like get your popcorn ready. Like Ja versus Steph, like that. That's the old versus the new. Like I don't know. I just like the storyline to that. I think it's more intriguing. And I'm a John Moran fan. I love Ja. Honestly, I really do. I think I love his game. I love his passion for the game. I love I think he's crazy. He's actually crazy, bro. And it's crazy because he's so small, but he's mad explosive, stupid bounce.
And his shot's getting there too this year as well.
He is,
so
bro.
He can be a nice complete player.
Back three and shit. So yeah, I like y'all. Yeah, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for these games, bro. Unfortunately, yeah, bro. What I told wifey, I said, babe, playoffs are about to start. Sorry, you're gonna lose me for like 2 months.
For real though,
straight
like,
up.
Dude,
straight up, bro.
It's an interesting season too, man. All the guys coming back too. I'm excited. Now's the time to make your bets, guys, because these dudes actually playing with their hearts and actually playing the whole game. So
let's pray for no blowouts or not as much blowouts because this year has been the year of blowouts, honestly. So we'll see. We'll playoff basketball. Here we come.
Let's go, baby. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It has been a beautiful day. Y'all be safe.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, guys. Love y'all.